Hello, my name is Nakia, and I'm with Divine Elements of Design in the Decorator's Voice. I'm a certified interior decorator, professional organizer, and planning and productivity strategist. And if those are topics that you're interested in, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications. In addition to my weekly YouTube videos and blog posts, I also have a free course titled 5 Days to an Organized Life and Home. During the course of 5 days, you will receive tips and suggestions from me on how to maintain a company-ready home at all times. And I also recently published my latest Divine Life and Home Planner. Information about the course and the planner will be listed in the description box below. So today we are going to do a book club review of Take Your Seat at the Table by Anthony O'Neil. Now, I have been a follower and a fan of Anthony O'Neil's for several years. I first discovered him with Dave Ramsey. Now, Dave Ramsey, as you know, he is so strict when it comes to his financial planning, his budget. Basically, if you have debt, the only thing you need to do is save $1,000 and sell everything in your home. Sell your TV, your computer, your phone, your children. I mean, he is so strict. He's like your very strict dad, and there is no, gray. Everything is either black or white. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I do listen to Dave Ramsey, and it's one of those things where I say you take what you want and you discard the rest. Well, I take a lot from him because he does have some really good methods as far as, paying your bills off, becoming debt free, and living a lifestyle that you should have. However, Anthony O'Neil is a different way. He goes about it a little differently. So he's younger, of course. He's a gentleman of color. I want to say he's like in his early 30s. So he's strict when it comes to certain things, but he likes to spend a little money when he can. So like, some extremes is like you can't even go to the movies until you have $1 million in the bank. Well, Anthony's gonna say, hey, we do have to live while we're, trying to get the lifestyle that we want. So he's like the fun uncle that pays for you to go to college and still helps you and things like that. So his latest book, Take Your Seat at the Table, I really like it. Now, I didn't read it like the physical copy of the book. I listened to the audio version on Audible, and I love it because it's almost like listening to a podcast. He's reading it himself, and you can hear the highs and the lows, and when he's excited about something and when he's serious about something and when things are kind of funny, you will hear the tone. So I really love listening to audiobooks by the author because it's like watching a movie when a person plays themselves because everything is so authentic. Now, Take Your Seat at the Table, he gives you a little bit of background about him. He goes into various scenarios where certain things happen. Now, he explains the table in a way that I found it was very, very refreshing. Basically, just because you're you grew up from a certain family, you have certain coworkers, these people don't necessarily need to be at your table. And when he says your table, it's almost like it's a metaphor for, like a mental table where people are and they have certain things. It's almost like a meme that I saw a while ago. It says, I can be that friend that can do anything. I can be the friend that goes to the grocery store with you, go to a club, go to a church, go to a party. They're like, I can do everything. Hide a body. It's like I'm that everyone friend. Well, in Anthony O'Neil, when he says take your seat at the table, one person can't be all of that. Even though we want to, but you may have a parent that's very, very bad with money, but they have other tools and other reasons for being at that table. It may not be finance wise, but maybe they can tell you some things that you should not do. Maybe you can learn from their mistakes, or maybe there can be a counselor at the school that can help direct you in certain ways. So for him, he sits at the head of the table, and his wife, who is to be met later, he doesn't have a wife yet, but at his table, he has a seat at the table, and then his future wife, will have a seat at the other end of the table, and then they have everyone in between them. So it could be the counselor at church, it could be his financial person, it could be the marriage counselor, his his children, his soon to be, children's principal, or however it is, his cousins, his business managers, his business partners. So in the book, he just kind of helps to identify who should be at your table and why. The book is very refreshing. It's a good, I can't say it's a good read because I didn't read it, but it's a good listen when I listen to it. And he gives you very good scenarios and things that you should really think about, when he talks about finances, when he talks about his budget. So, in his thought, he have a particular amount of money that he wants to spend on a first date. It's not because he doesn't have that money. He can go on a date with a woman if she wants to go someplace and spend $150 a meal. And if he says, no, my budget is $100, if she doesn't respect that, then that's not the person he needs to be with. It's not that he's cheap or he doesn't have the $150, because this man has money, but he says that, he has a budget for that. I know at one time he talked, and I don't think this was in a book, I think he talked about this later. When he was younger, he had I want to say it was a Nissan Maxima, and he purchased some rims, some spinning rims, and wasted all that money. I think it was maybe $2,000 at the time. And he just kind of, in his book, he talks about some of the mistakes that he made, paying for trips for people that he don't even know their last name right now. And then how he's grown as an adult, as an author, as someone in the church, and then also as a financial guru, some of the things that he's doing right now. And, no one is perfect. No one starts out perfect. We all have our journey. And reading and listening to him tell his journey is very inspiring. It's very motivational because everyone has the same opportunities to want to do better. Anyone can want that. Anyone can have a drive. Now, of course, your own opportunities to do certain things are going to be different, but we all can have a desire. And we just have to look at our situation and see what we can do to work on that desire. So overall, I really did enjoy this book. I probably will listen to it again. I know we have a fabulous book next month. It's Everyday Magic by Maddie James. And I've read that one before, but I will read it again. But I will listen to this one more time. It's almost like a movie, the parts that you really, really love and you want to rewind it and watch it again. So I will read it again before our next month's book club. But thank you very much for listening to me give my review of Take Your Seat at the Table. I will link the book in the description box and then also list the list of books. So this is our second book for February, or the second book, which is for the month of February. And then we have our next book next month for March. And we have one book a month for 2025. And I'm so excited with this second book. And if you've read it, please leave your information or your review and things you like about it in the comment section below. I would love to hear what other people have said about this book. And also, if you're interested in any of his information, following, he has a YouTube channel, he has a podcast, he has his whole E3 community that he's, promoting. I will leave his information in the description box below. So please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you and have a divine day. Goodbye.